Hello everyone, my name is Hlib Starchak. I'm doing go-to-market for ambitious B2B companies, and in today's video I want to show you how we were able to generate 50 positive responses for one of our clients by leveraging social listening. On the screenshot above you can see pretty much the performance of the sequence. We started it on 15th of April. I'm recording this video on 21st of April, so it's pretty much 1 week since we started, and you can see all of the statistics that we have sent 150 connection requests, 108 were accepted, and also we have gotten 50 message replies, which equals to around 48-49% reply rate. And now I really want to show you how you can do it yourself without any further ado. Let's begin. So the tool we are using for it is called Trigify.io. Trigify is pretty much the platform which allows you to build workflows for different social media, and the goal would be to programmatically scan for some particular keywords, phrases or mentions, which then trigger the further workflows doing the enrichments and reaching out to people with a really relevant message and timely message, because you can pretty much scan through the whole LinkedIn or Reddit or X for the keywords which make sense for you on hourly basis. So you can get updates as often as every hour, making sure you don't miss a single contact, a single lead, which might be the fit for your solution. And as you can see, we have a couple of different workflows which make sense. So Trigify looks pretty much as Cloud Code or ChatGPT, where you just type out what you want to build, what sort of keywords make sense for you, and the system is orchestrating the whole motion automatically. So some of the ones which I love using, for example, is classify and route brand mentions. So if you're running a B2B SaaS company, I feel like this would be super valuable. So for example, you can classify brand mentions as positive, prospects, maybe like people asking about if our solution is any good, support issue, comparison, or neutral. It can also be something negative. I mean, people on LinkedIn or on X especially, they love posting negative stuff, which is okay. You still need positive feedback to kind of improve your business. And this is one of the things which you can do. For example, if you do a lot of influencer marketing, this is also very good. You can track their performance by using Trigify. So for example, you work with, I don't know, 20, 30, I know some brands I work with, they have around 50 or 60 influencers they're working with. And for the company managing influencer marketing, I would assume this is a big headache to kind of track the performance, see the results for the post, and help adjust the whole strategy. So for this purpose, you can use Trigify to you give it instructions, and you get the breakdown of the influencer, showing how many posts they made, total engagement, average engagement per post, how their audience is responding, how's the sentiment, etc. And you can run this again on autopilot. Let's say you do bi-weekly or monthly checkups, which is still awesome. And I feel like this is something which could be valuable as well. You have, of course, some other stuff, like you can, for example, track unhappy customers of your competitors. Super good, even though not too many people on LinkedIn complain about things. They like to keep it private. But for Reddit or X, if you have a proper sending infrastructure, you have a couple of accounts from which you can reach out. For sure, go ahead. Reporting, just listening, like you can find also content themes which are trending, and you can just do a lot of different things. But coming back to our workflow, why it worked really well. In the workflow which I have built, we focused particularly on the SBC Summit in Malta, which is not the biggest, but I would say one of the biggest and pretty major iGaming event where a lot of people are gathering. And one of our clients, their ICP are operators, hence these sort of summits or events are gold mine of leads. And so in order for us to build this, it didn't take too much time. However, the impact was almost instant. Basically what we have done, I can open this up for you right now. This whole logic was built automatically, but the idea would be to put some specific keywords, like for example, SBC Summit Malta, SBC Malta, SBC Summit. We want to exclude hiring or jobs, and we want only to know people who are, or even companies, doesn't matter, which post about them going to the event. So those are pretty much keywords which we track, and we want to get, for example, not more than 50 results per day. Doesn't make sense to go for more because we don't have too many LinkedIn accounts, and really want to make sure that we filter out and reach out to the correct people. So the number of results is 50, and also the frequency I put daily. I mean, we could of course do hourly if you have the correct tier of the subscription, but it doesn't make sense in our case, so daily is okay. At around 2 p.m. every day, we get notifications to Slack with 50 hot posts which are made mentioning the event and people who are going there. As you can see, one of the examples here from Tisha saying, let's connect on SBC Malta, over 2,000 operators, etc., etc. I'm going, let's connect. And she even posted a photo, which is something you can do if you are registered to SBC. Really cool. This is absolutely top tier prospect. This is a fit. So what we do next is we go to Clay, and as you can see, by using webhook, I was able to connect all of those leads or people writing the post into one system in Clay. Here I don't do too many things. I want to make sure they have their first name and it is normalized. If there is no first name, like for example in row 40, it pretty much means that it's a company post, and for this we have a separate table which finds relevant people from the company. However, for the people table, if there is no name, we don't do any sort of outreach. But for the majority of the posts, they were people ones. So what we do next, we want to normalize their first name. Some of the people have it in caps. It would be a bit, I would say, rude to reach out to people and put their name in caps. So we normalize it, making sure it looks good. Then the next thing is that we enrich their profile, finding company domain, company LinkedIn, name of the organization, and title. Simple as that. If you want, you can do further qualifications. For our clients, this was not needed. We really wanted to get as many eyeballs on our solution as possible. So without like any strong, let's say, or complicated workflows of qualification, just making sure we have the name normalized. The leads are being sent to the campaign on HeyRich pretty much on daily basis once the leads came up through Trigify. Also, one thing which I need to mention is that we have auto dedupe roles enabled in Clay. This is very important because some of the people are making double or triple the posts in upcoming 2 weeks. So I want to make sure if someone has made a post about SBC Malta, you don't want to reach out to them again when they make a new post. So for this purpose, you auto dedupe roles and you keep the oldest role. So the sequence is not being triggered to people again. And then we have HeyRich. So as you can see, here is the whole campaign setup. You can see we send connection requests. If it's accepted, within 3 hours, we send them the message. We don't do any follow-ups because we don't want to waste our sending volume on following up when we could just be reaching out to new people, trying to get, as I said, more eyeballs on our solution. And within 7 days, if they don't reply, we end the sequence and then we withdraw we withdraw it after 14 days if it's not accepted, but after 7 days the sequence is being stopped. If they reply, it's also stopped. And that's pretty much it. And again, if we take a look at the campaign performance here, we've gotten 50 messages. Out of those, I would say 48 were positive. People wanted to meet, they were happy to talk. And this is very effective, very timely. I recommend you starting doing this 2 weeks prior to the event. And the last, I would say 4 or 5 days, so the week before the event is the best. This is when you're going to get the biggest amount of leads. But even if you do it beforehand, it's all good. People have their calendars ready. They come to the events to talk to people, to make business, make new connections. So definitely you have to leverage this social listening playbook. And that's pretty much it. That's how easy it is to set it up. You could, of course, use Cloud Code if you want to do some crazier stuff, like, for example, enriching phone numbers of the people. And once it's done, you could send those phone numbers, for example, to AirCall or any other calling software you use for your reps to give people calls. Try to book meetings for the event as well. But for iGaming industry, for example, it's not needed. People are super responsive on LinkedIn, as you can see. And simple workflow as that brings results. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you found it useful. Let me know your thoughts. Maybe you can share your own examples. If you're building something similar, I would be happy to learn. As social listening is something, I would say not new, but still pretty in early stages for us, for client fulfillment. But anyways, super cool results we were able to get. Hence, I wanted to record this video and share the core idea with you. Let me know what you think, guys, and if you have any other ideas for the upcoming videos, also let me know. I would be happy to cover those. And as always, see you in the next one. Ciao.